Hello everyone, welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice, where we just landed in a new land, and already we've got a murder on our hands, which of course we do. That's just the way this goes. So now we are defending our good pal, what's his name? I've already forgotten. This treasure, I've never seen it, so it's a little hard for me to imagine. Could I see a photo of it or something?
Of all the outlandish requests, your defense attorneys are truly beyond the pale.
You're getting awfully angry with me. And are those veins popping out of his forehead? It's forbidden for anyone outside of the royal family to view the treasure itself. Okay. They say that anyone without the proper spiritual power would be blinded instantly. And that is why the average person has never seen the treasure, Mr. Wright. Guess there are national treasures that are off limits to the public back home, too. For the benefit of the shamelessly uninformed defense, let me share this newspaper article. Okay. It includes photos taken about 8 years ago when the treasure was unearthed. These are the only public photos of the outer box in existence. So we didn't even know what was inside. What's more, the treasure box only leaves the temple's treasure room but once a year, for a special New Year's rite that takes place at the palace. And therefore, this treasure box has only ever been seen by a handful of people. Treasure box added to the court record, okay. Forced open and its contents stolen. The average person can only see it in this newspaper article.
I hear there's been a string of thefts lately of historic artifacts from the temple.
Right, Your Majesty. Inexcusable thievery of precious natural treasure for personal gain. The culprit is the accused. Wait, for all of them?
So he used his position as a monk in training to get his hands on the treasure, is that it?
The accused family is by no means wealthy. To help with family finances, he works as a tour guide in addition to his aesthetic training. Okay.
Thank you for giving an excellent outline of the case, Mr. Payne. Now then, no more questions from the defense, I presume?
What? No, I do have questions.
Even more? But you just asked a bunch.
And I didn't get answers to any of them.
No, make it snappy. My class starts in just a few short minutes.
You're gonna be late. What? He's still planning on going to that thing? There's still a lot I don't know about the case. I should just ask now while I have the chance. Let's see, what else do I need to know more about? All of it. Should I just ask, like, all of them, I wonder? I feel like they've already tried to, like, establish a motive, which would be money. Crime scene or the weapon? Oh, I guess we haven't determined what killed. But we haven't really talked about the crime scene either. I need both. Chair's wobbling. Alright, at the very least, I have to know what the weapon was. Mr. Payne, what was the murder weapon? The murder weapon was the treasure box itself. Oh. The empty treasure box left at the scene had a large bloodstain on it.
No, utterly reprehensible using the sacred treasure box for murder.
Okay. The accused came to the treasure room with the express purpose of stealing the treasure, okay? He climbed the altar stairs and snatched the box, ready to abscond with it. But he was discovered by Mr. Roll, who had come to the room in the course of his rounds. But wouldn't he know that he was going to be coming? After walloping Mr. Roll on the head with the treasure box, the accused forced the bloodied housing open and made off with the treasure inside. Shouldn't he have been blinded, though? Right? That's like what they said? But the defendant is just a little boy. I hardly think he would have been able to hit the victim, a grown man, on the head. Ah, very good point, Mr. Wright. But I'm afraid that won't help you. At the time of the crime, the accused was on the stairs leading up to the altar. Still tough, but not impossible. The accused's elevated position would have made more than make up for their difference in stature. Alright, fair. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Mr. Payne, your reasoning is flawless. What an elegant argument. Hats off to you, Chief Prosecutor.
Your title
is obviously well earned. Well, the accused's guilt is certainly conclusive. Unless there's anything else, I am ready to announce my verdict.
What? There's everything else.
Well, in that case, I find the accused.
Just one moment, Your Majesty. Don't you think you're rushing the verdict just a little bit?
I told you, I have plans to attend to, and... I'm late. It's already started. How did time fly by so fast?
He's still stuck on that. We haven't even heard the defendant's side of the story yet. Your Majesty, the defense asserts its right to cross-examine the defendant. Huh? Did I say something funny?
Cross-examine the... what do you mean by that?
What? What do you mean, what do I mean?
I seem to have some dim recollection of the process, but I can't quite recall.
And little wonder, the so-called defendant hasn't been questioned in over 20 years. Would I even be surprised anymore? Anyway, I demand we let the defendant, or the accused, tell his side of the story.
Is that really necessary?
Of course it's necessary, Your Majesty. What harm could it do? I say we allow the boy to speak, Your Majesty. Though I doubt I'll have anything of relevance to say. Oh, how kind of you, Your Royal Painness.
Very well, as long as it's okay with you, Mr. Payne. I'm already hopelessly late for my class anyway.
In that case, the prosecution calls the accused back to the witness stand.
Before we do, I better call my wife and apologize for missing that class. Any objections?
Go for it, Your Majesty. Does that mean I get a recess? Nope, cool. Accused, state your name and occupation again if you would. I'll be Urgod. I'm in training to be a monk, and I'm a tour guide too.
Why me? Now, where were we?
Cross-examining the defendant, Your Majesty.
Right, let's do that. At the defense attorney's insistence, I might add.
Sounds a little dispirited. His wife must have given him a piece of her mind.
Well, the defense had better get to it and make it quick, if you please.
The defense? Mr. Wright, I didn't know you were a lawyer. Well, I am, and I'm here to defend you, Albie. Don't worry. All you have to do is tell the truth, and you'll be all right. You tricked me. What? If I knew you were a lawyer, I wouldn't have given you that tour. What? Give back that megatomate I gave you yesterday. Albie, what's gotten into you? Don't talk to me, you disgust me. Wait, what? Even Albie's against me, but why? This must be a new experience for you, Mr. Wright, being loaned by a client. Now then, accused, please give the court your testimony. The incident occurred around noon, during the break between the morning and afternoon dances of devotion. I want you to tell the court what you were doing around that time. Wasn't he with us? Alright. Witness testimony. The accused's account. I didn't kill Mr. Roll, and I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. I've never even seen that treasure box with the green Curney's butterfly on it. Uh-oh. When the incident happened, I was in the hallway planning out my tour route. Dang.
Are you well acquainted with the victim?
Yes, he used to chat with me whenever we ran into each other in the temple. Mr. Roll was a monk in training when he was a kid too, you know. Bet Albie looked up to him. But he had to give that up and go work when his family needed money. That's why he became a guard, but at least that way he could still stay at the temple. He was so proud when he was put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to the palace for the New Year's rite. The victim's parents apparently both died relatively young, so Mr. Roll had to support his younger brothers and sisters as well. But even with his job as a security guard, I'm sure things couldn't have been easy for him. Sounds like his circumstances in Albi's were very similar. Mr. Roll encouraged me to never give up. Albi, you train hard and make sure you become a monk one day. Don't end up like me, he'd say. He was always cheering me on in my training and in my tour guide business, too. Why in the world would I kill a nice man like that?
Yes, I see. You expressed yourself well. It depends whether you've heard the accused's account or are you finally satisfied. If so, let's draw this to an expeditious conclusion.
But your majesty, I haven't even cross-examined the defendant yet.
That wasn't the end of it. It's been so long I don't rightly recall what this cross-examining thing is all about.
A judge who doesn't know what a cross-examination is. What fresh hell is this? And screenshot.
I really do wish I could remember how it works.
I give the judge a refresher on cross-examination. Is this going to put me in tutorial mode? Guess I'd better or we'll never get anywhere. Your Majesty, please allow me to explain the procedure. First, we lawyers listen carefully to a witness's testimony. Then we use present to open court record and examine evidence.
Why would you do that?
To find and present any evidence that's inconsistent with the statements given.
To present? I certainly don't need any gifts from you.
Clearly something is getting lost in translation with His Majesty. The point is, it's possible a statement could contain a lie or a mistake.
But what do you do if you can't find any inconsistencies in a witness's testimony?
In that case, we may press L, the witness, for more information. Okay. Might reveal new information or even entirely new statements.
Presenting evidence is one thing, but pressing witnesses? They'll have you know, defense, that I do not allow violence in my courtroom.
Rest assured, only gentle verbal pressure is used. No physical force involved. Probably.
Well, I'm not convinced. After all, who knows what sort of tactics an attorney will resort to? One false move and I'll call the bailiff.
Yeah, something's definitely getting lost in there. For now, I should just focus all my energy on questioning Albi. Comparing his statements with the information in the court record. Okay. What did we have? I didn't kill Mr. Roll, and I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. Tell me more about that. You're not allowed to go near the treasure room. Why is that? It's a rule of temple. They keep a lot of important things in that room.
Yes, like the Founder's Orb in particular. Only the royal family may lay eyes on it.
Didn't Mr. Payne say anyone without spiritual power would go blind? I heard you wouldn't be blinded if you just looked at the outer treasure box, but I've never been anywhere near the treasure room. I'm too scared. You've got to believe me. Okay. Seen that treasure box with the green Currenese butterfly on it. Oh, hold on. Photos in the paper are the only ones of its existence. Wait, but I don't see a butterfly. Oh, I see it now. But they're in black and white, so how would he know that they were... Maybe? Is that where it's going? When the dragon and tiger battle, the founder offers divine protection. When the butterfly embraces the Mitama, the The favor of the orb is bestowed. I'm a lawyer. Do I present the box? Let's press. A box with a butterfly on it. Yeah, you can see it on that newspaper article, look. But you can't tell what color it is. See, there's a relief of the Kearney's butterfly on the treasure box. Oh, this is carved in the back of the box. I see it now. It's a sacred butterfly said to carry the soul, or Mitama, of the departed. Its wings form a loop that cradles the Mitama and carries it to the Twilight Realm.
As you can see, there's even one depicted here behind me in the judge's bench.
Oh, what do you know? There it is. It kind of looks like he's about to be carried off to the Twilight Realm himself. Yep. Anyway, I've never seen this treasure box besides. Planning out my tour route. Alright, let's just press that. Planning out your tour route? Yes, I was planning out a tour for you. For me, well, thank you, Albie. I wouldn't have done it if I knew you were a lawyer. I wasted all that time on you. Give it back! Sadly, I'm a lawyer, not a Time Lord. Although... Actually, as soon as he's heard what I am, he's been like a totally different person. I certainly don't think Albie committed murder, however. Don't talk to me, you disgust me. Okay. That outburst earlier makes me wonder if he'd willingly tell me the truth. I find an inconsistency. I can present some evidence and maybe get him to open up. I think that's all I have. Yeah, this one.
Hold it!
Nope, I didn't mean that. Whoops. I would like to, alright, I guess we will circle back around on that. I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Present. This.
Objection!
Ooh, I got the objection achievement. Oh, B, why would you lie to me? So you say you've never laid eyes on the treasure box, is that right? That's right. It's forbidden, so I never do that. In that case, how did you know there was a green butterfly on it? Huh? Because I saw a picture of it in that newspaper article. In black and white. Nope, take another look. These photos are in black and white. You couldn't possibly tell what color the butterfly is from these pictures. Hold on, his bag. Did it just move? Wait!
Pulakanka!
I beg your pardon? Pulakanka. It's the word in Kuranese that people use when they're surprised.
You just exposed a lie, so is this the power of a cross-examination, is it?
Sorry about that. I should be the one shocked here by your shocking lack of understanding.
But just a moment. The accused was lying. That just makes him even more suspicious than ever.
Ugh, this just makes things worse for me than ever. Albie, are you hiding something? Please give only true statements. I can't help you if you don't tell the truth. Darn, I just can't seem to get him to open up to me. So, accused, you have seen the treasure box with your own eyes after all, haven't you? Well, maybe I did take a peek one time a long time ago, when I was cleaning the treasure room. But you weren't in the treasure room at the time of the incident, right? Of course I wasn't.
Objection!
He was. That is a lie. You were most definitely inside the treasure room on the day of the incident. And I have proof. Ah, crap. He does? This was found on the floor of the treasure room. The scroll entitled Notice and contains a list of temple monk duties. These instructions pertain to the day of the incident. And what exactly is that supposed to prove? The accused fingerprints were found on the scroll. What? Oh no. Where is it? It's not here. I must have dropped it somewhere. Indeed, you must have dropped it when you were busy murdering the victim. Notice from the day of the incident, the defendant's fingerprints were found on it. Okay. No. Then that means Albie was there on the day of the incident?
This is the power of cross-examination. The more the accused talks, the guiltier he paints himself.
As it would seem so, Your Majesty. He predicted my argument and had evidence ready to refute it. How is any of that supposed to help the accused? See, I told you can't trust lawyers and their lies. Her benevolence has already said the kid's guilty. Just declare him guilty and get it over with. No, everything's going all wrong. No, what do I do?
As I expected, this cross-examination session has served no purpose whatsoever.
No, you're wrong.
But armed as we are with her benevolence in sight, there's no reason to doubt his guilt.
But I guess I'll just have to poke holes in this insight of hers.
By the way, this didn't prove to be very interesting at all, Mr. Payne. Nevertheless, I will now finally announce my verdict.
No. Wait just a moment, Your Majesty. I haven't seen this divination seance for myself yet. As a defense, I have a right to check it.
Is it really necessary? I'll go home and apologize to my wife.
I guess she really did give him the business. Your Majesty, I enthusiastically support having Mr. Wright see the seance.
You do? And why is that, Mr. Payne?
Don't you want to see it? See the lawyer being utterly crushed by the power of the seance? And then watch him tearfully beg for mercy?
Well now.
I'm sure it'll make up for not getting to go to that class with your wife.
Certainly does sound worth seeing, and it'd give me a juicy tidbit to tell the missus.
You've been reduced to a juicy tidbit? I'd take it at this point.
Well, for an interloper, I imagine you do have to see it for yourself to be convinced. It's certainly unprecedented, but let's have the divination seance performed again. But then right after the tearful begging, I really do have to be going.
The only tearful begging is going to come from the prosecution when we're through. How pitiful the defense looks, still scrambling desperately for a foothold. Blissfully unaware that the defeat and despair are all that await him. But I'll get this. Oh, she's taking the stand. Okay. There she is, her benevolence.
Your benevolence. Hooray for Pat and Coraine. Thank you for coming all this way once again.
Your gratitude is unnecessary. This is simply my duty. Barb-headed attorney. Yes? I'm told you question the veracity of the sacred divination seance. It seems the depths of your irreverence and blasphemy are lost on you. I'm just a foreigner, ignorant in the ways and customs of this country. Yes, let's go with that. I apologize in advance for anything rude I might say or do, Your Benevolence. All I want is a fair trial for Albie. You would imply that the trials of this country are unfair? Do explain, outsider. Uh-oh. A verdict's founded on truths imparted by the very souls of the dead lack impartiality. What's fair about trials with no defense and no chance for the accused to tell their story?
How dare you speak to her benevolence in that manner?
Did you hear that? Did you hear how he talked to her benevolence?
What does he know about anything, ignorant outsider? We won't stand for it. He must be punished.
Yikes, looks like I really stuck my foot in it this time. Punish him! Punish him! Punish him! Punish him! Silence, one and all. She's standing up for me? I wouldn't get too far ahead of yourself. Be not disquieted, my people. He merely expressed his opinion. Well, looks like her benevolence is going to be more reasonable than I thought. I wouldn't hold on to that thought. Attorneys are ghastly creatures with souls stained black by brazen untruths. Wait, what? The words of a lowly worm such as that are not worth troubling yourselves over. I was I was happier a second ago. Right, I take that back. None of his prattling can sway the truth of my insights. Rest assured he will soon see the error of his foolish ways. Foolishly foolish fool who foolishly fools fools.
Now then, your benevolence, the divination seance, if you would.
Certainly. Nina, my robe. We'll have the divination seance in the next episode. All right, things are going very poorly for us, as they do. This might be one of the worst. In terms of everyone hates us. That's not great, but we'll turn it around, I'm sure. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.